It's the Boy Junior Show! I have a lot of dreams that I want to tick off, release a book, make a film, do this, do a musical, blah blah blah. And I'm just slowly trying to chip away. Even if what I make isn't the best thing ever, I'm as long as I do it.
Yes, yeah.
And when I'm 70, if I ever reach that age, if I can look back and be yeah, I remember when I ticked every box of funny, cool things I wanted to do.
Yeah. Do you feel like it would all exist under the same umbrella as Crywank?
No.
All these things.
I've been working. So now I've finished the mechanics of the dice-based game I've made with the spells and things. I want to try and make a card-based game that's also satanic and it's kind of cute devils.
Yes.
I don't want to get anyone who's in the Church of Satan really excited. It's not that well researched. It's just very cute devils and imagery based.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to make kind of demonic party games.
Yes.
As a little side thing.
Yeah. Please keep me posted as this unfolds.
Yeah, I will.
So hyped about that. I had an idea for a kind of party game that I've had written down for a while and really do eventually want to work out the kinks for, and very interested and fascinated by the development of games and the sort of logistics behind what makes a game flow and what about gameplay can facilitate actual human communication and connection and stuff. I love Jackbox party games. I've been able to really easily remember how to make friends.
Well, one of the most interesting things for me is I downloaded lists of what to do while you're making a game, and there is a very big independent community of game makers. So it is you need the initial investment, but there is an actual kind of foreseeable path of getting something from your idea to within a shop. But one of the most interesting things I've done is when I've had to test how my writing and explanation of things are, I will give friends of mine all the bits and the test cards and things like that and the instructions, and I'll just watch them and see how the game unfolds. But it's kind of the test playing gives you a lot of ideas. The weird thing for me is it's very hard to make a balanced game.
Yeah.
So when I was making the spells for it, I'd make one spell, people would play it, and it would completely change the game, and I'd have to undo things to make it so it's still.
That's so fascinating. It's like a science. It really is. Do you have a chaotic question?
Weirdest animal you've ever seen?
The weirdest animal I've ever seen is a bin chicken.
Describe it.
So a bin chicken is an ibis. It is essentially the Australian equivalent of a pigeon.
Oh.
But it's the city bird that goes around, eats the garbage. You'll always see
I get it. Yeah. Okay.
But it's it looks ancient as hell. It's about that big. It has a beak that's long.
Okay, I might actually know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they are and when we first arrived in Australia, me and the drummer just were obsessed with them. We got our phones out, we spent 3 hours following them around, just taking videos. And all the locals who obviously see them every day are what the fuck are these people doing? Just following them. It's essentially someone obsessed with a pigeon.
Okay, I mean, I am that way though. I think pigeons are pretty cute.
I mean, I like them. They look like horses, which I enjoy.
Yeah. Is there an animal you feel like you are?
An animal I feel like I am.
I feel like I relate to pigeons in a lot of ways.
We've always said that Dan, the drummer of the band, is a snail and I am a leech. But I've tried a lot of self-improvement over the years, and I feel like more of an earthworm now.
That's beautiful. So a lot of long,
I relate to long lived things.
something, penis joke. Are there any other genres of music you have dabbled in, or are there ones you want to dabble in? Or go into?
But it's unreleased. I mean, I used to play in DB grindcore bands, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But the stuff I've made recently that I haven't released released is just like ambient music that I've made for myself to like sleep to, that maybe I'll release one day. But I don't know how much demand there is for a Crywank ambient thing. So
I
There probably is.
there absolutely would be.
I just make it for my own enjoyment.
Yeah,
like I like to like sleep to it.
Yeah.
And then I made a few Gabba songs.
Wait, what?
Gabba.
What is that?
So Gabba's like, I think it's Dutch. It's like a form of electronic music, which is just very fast, heavy, like bass, like.
Yeah. That's what we should be listening to on our drive.
Yeah.
I feel like I would really love
I mean,
that.
the best Gabba music I can recommend is from Southeast Asia. I think they're Indonesian. There's a band called Gabba Modus Operandi,
Cool.
and it is next level. Also,
Cool.
Gabba Elegante.
Cool.
Also great.
Cool. I absolutely will look. Everything you've mentioned, I feel like I need to make myself a little playlist and like do research on this. It's very interesting, like getting to hear what one artist is interested in either making or listening to outside of like what kind of becomes known as their niche. Because I feel like you can wind up being like surprised at how much different genres have in common. Like, I'm like, yeah, an ambient record, that makes sense for some reason based on other stuff I've heard. I could imagine it somehow. Do you feel like the process of making more electronic stuff is different than your other writing?
Oh yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah.
It's like rather than it being like a self-expression or like an exploration of sadness, which essentially Crywank is, it becomes a purely aesthetic thing for me, where I'm like, which buttons sound nice, and then it just relies on that.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome. Okay. Do you have another chaotic question you want to ask? Otherwise I'm going to ask really boring technical stuff about how you make electronic stuff.
About how long do you want this interview to be?
How long have we been on for, and should we get out of here? We could. Well, okay. My one question is just like, what DAW are you using, and like
what am I using?
like digital audio workspace, like programs?
Oh, I literally, this is like really bad, but I don't have a laptop. I use GarageBand on my phone with loads of different downloaded
so
things from the
sick.
App Store.
Hell
So,
yeah.
Is that how you record everything?
No, not for Crywank, for like silly ambient stuff that I do. No, I do the other stuff in the studio.
Like the effort that would be to make a record on that. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh yeah,
No, you're
you want
good.
to
Is this an interview?
Yeah.
Oh,
This
shit.
is-
No, come back.
No.
You can answer the lightning round questions. We'll do super chaotic lightning round questions.
Unless you actually have to leave, then you can.
Yeah, are you halfway through a sound
Oh,
check?
please.
No,
Oh,
we just
shit.
finished ours.
Okay.
So I think you guys want
That means it's your sound check.
Yeah, I guess we should go.
Okay,
all right.
so the interview is
All right.
over. Goodbye.
Oh, sorry,
Okay,
sorry.
everybody,
It's okay.
what's the worst animal?
The worst animal.
tarantulas.
Ding, ding, ding.
Mine are butterflies.
I also hate butterflies. I was
Yeah.
afraid of them as a child, and I'm
Big
still
up.
afraid now. However, I will say, maybe jellyfish, because they look like you should be able to touch them, and then they will hurt you. So, but they're kind of cool.
Another poetic subject. Give it up for Crywank, everybody.
Bye.